our next speaker is Marek. He's CEO and co-founder of Zaitra, and he will be speaking about satellite autonomy. So Marek, the floor is yours. Please share the screen and good luck. Ooh la la.
Yes.
Pretty
Hopla.
interesting.
I'm sorry. That was
No
a
problem, no
mistake.
problem.
Yep, it should work. Can you see
Yeah,
my screen?
yes, we see.
Thank you again, Alexei, for the introduction. It's my pleasure to be here. There is pretty diverse audience, and I was thinking that I will take it a little bit experimental today, and I will be just not talking about our product, but also how we are using our technology and how we are maximizing the profit of our partners and our customers. So again, my name is Marek Marusin. I'm co-founder and CEO of company Zaitra. We are based in Europe, but now we are thinking a lot and we are actually doing the expansion to US and to Gulf area. Also, the next week I will be traveling across the Emirates. So if somebody would like to meet me in person, I would be happy to meet and talk about the tech we are building or you are building. So let me introduce the company itself. Zaitra is a software company, a little bit of hardware company, but mainly software company. We are building software that is running directly on board of the satellite and is powered with AI. So we are Edge AI company, and basically everything that we're doing is are kind of tools for satellite operators that can kind of increase the satellite autonomy, reduce downlink related costs, and maximize the profit. So basically, the main thing that we're solving in Zaitra is one of the biggest bottlenecks in satellite communication. It's satellite communication itself. So, for example, today, single satellite with single camera can generate gigabytes of data daily and usually can transport really fraction of it. So for example, when you have the entire constellation, satellite constellation, it can generate a terabyte of data for single customer and usually transport like really small percentage of it. We are usually working with number of 10%, but it's really specific from satellite to satellite. And this is one of the biggest bottlenecks that we are trying to solve in Zaitra, and meanwhile also solving the satellite autonomy itself. So I will jump into history a little bit because last time when we were able to send actually 100% of the data from the Earth orbit to end users was 50 years ago. It was in 70 years. And I don't know if somebody on this webinar can recognize this picture, but there was many funny stories how actually satellites 50 years ago didn't integrate digital cameras. They were integrating cameras that was capturing physical data on a film. So when you wanted to solve the communication between satellite and Earth, you literally had to throw the data capsule to the Earth's atmosphere. And this is one of the examples on this picture, how airplanes were actually with metal sticks capturing these data capsules and bringing it to end users. So you can actually imagine how expensive it could be. And that was paradoxically, it was the last time 50 years ago when we were able to transport more than 100% of the data to the end users. Today trend is totally different. When we look on the market today, we see that the new state-of-the-art cameras are generating actually more and more data, and future cameras will generate even more. And due to technical parameters, there is an increasing gap between the data generated on board of the satellite and what we can actually transport to the ground. So how we do solve this issue, and this is exactly what we are thinking in Zaitra and how we are building tools in Zaitra for satellite operators. And one of the possible solutions that we are thinking here is actually not sending more data to the ground, but it is actually sending less data, but it must be like super relevant for the end user. And I have an example here how we are usually can save up to 98% of downlink related costs by using onboard AI, just by sending the relevant data and still like increasing the profitability of our customers and our partners. Most specific example here is on Earth observation data. And so I was actually looking into archives of this webinar, and a couple of weeks ago there was a company that was also doing this edge AI computing, and they were focusing mostly on Earth observation, and because that's the most obvious. But we doesn't have to work mostly with Earth observation data. We can work with telecommunication satellites, scientific satellites, defense satellites. So there are really a lot of applications, and in our company we are building these application layers, because satellites today are integrating very powerful computers where we can run these onboard AI analytics directly in orbit. So this is one of the examples where you can actually see that there is a captured image generated in orbit, and instead of sending the entire image to the customer or some end user, we are just listening his requirements. These requirements can be, for example, that please detect me a cloud pixels, and don't send me these cloud pixels because I have very limited downlink. Another requirement can be I don't want to look on Earth surface, I want to look on sea pixels. So we are filtering out the Earth surface. And another requirement can be that actually detect me just the object I am interested in, for example, ship, and send me some coordinates, some parameters, some shapes of the ships. And this is exactly the way how we are choosing just relevant data. Everything is running on board of the satellite, and we are reducing a lot of downlink related costs. There can be like many other use cases. For example, we can real-time monitor if oil storages are operating normally, if we can perform real-time inspections of power plants or water treatment. We can notify rescue services about the wildfire spots, floods, illegal activities, some injury and frauds. And these are like all these typical use cases that most of the Earth observation companies are doing. But how we are doing this a little bit different is that we are actually moving this effective part of analysis that is usually happening in data centers directly in orbit. So we are doing these real-time onboard insights for end users. And we by doing this, basically we can also increase the satellite autonomy a lot, because providing this information to satellite, the satellite can do some specific maneuver, right? So if there is, for example, clouds, you can rotate the satellite, or you can recharge the satellite, or start the propulsion system, or start some tasking of the satellite. So who is mainly interested of this for this kind of tools are satellite integrators, are satellite payload manufacturers, hardware integrators, satellite operators. And I was just thinking that I can loudly brainstorm a little bit how we are actually maximizing profit for this company and for these partners. And we are doing it mostly in a way when we have, for example, a data provider who has satellite in orbit, and his main business is to selling the data to some customers on ground. So when we actually reduce 89% or 98% of downlink related costs, we will optimize his business significantly, because this partner can create a larger profit margin on top of his product, so he is earning more, or actually he can make his data much more cheaper, and he can sell more data to more customers. So again, he's somehow maximizing the profits. Also, that we are contributing to satellite autonomy, it basically means that especially with complex operations of constellations, these partners are saving a lot of money on actually building the whole operational team. And that way, again, they can maximize the profit margins on their products when they are selling to terrestrial markets. And another thing is that once we can actually detect, once it is happening real time, in traditional way, sometimes end users are waiting days, weeks, or even months for the analytics from to make some decision on Earth. But once you are moving right into the orbit, there are many customers that are willing to pay extra money just because you are running these analytics basically real time. And we are not just maximizing profits of these partners, but we are now thinking also of our distributors. And there could be even people or companies that are sitting on this webinar, because right now we are implementing something we call the distribution partner network. And anybody who is the salesman, or anybody who is representing some organization that is building a product or service, we are now integrating our software and our licenses with these third-party products and services. So, for example, if you are developing a payload, if you are developing some kind of hardware for satellites, we want to integrate our software with you, and we want to bring some complete solution to the market, basically. And this is the way how we have a platform how we can share profits with you by doing all of this. And there is one last thing, my last slide I would like to mention is that there is an example how we were able to save a specific amount of money to our customers. So we have here a free satellites. There are 3 different satellites, and we have some products, some tools that we are developing. One of them is called SkySen. And SkySen is simply a cloud detection in orbit when we are saving downlink-related costs by removing the cloudy pixels, which are not relevant for most of the customers. And the SkySen has some kind of pricing, and our customers has to invest money into our product, but we always calculate the return of investment into our product. So there are 3 different satellites, and in first satellite, the first customer invested money into the SkySen product, and we were able to return the investment in approximately 400 days. The second satellite, we were able to return the investment in 40 days, and third mission, we were able to return the investment under the 200 days. So that here we are also demonstrating that single product can be used in different ways and can actually bring different economic value to different customers because they are using satellite in different ways. So this was just some kind of, I would like to, I just wanted to show you how we are thinking very high level about business connected to the edge AI use cases and satellite autonomy and AI running directly on board of the satellite. And that's basically everything I wanted to share with you today. So Alex, I think if there is some questions, I can respond to them, but that's basically all from me.
Yeah, thank you so much.